Hello, this is Tasty Eats by Tess. Today we're going to be making a deep dish pizza. It's just going to be in our springform pan here. And what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and give that a spray here, just so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And I should actually spray my hands as well, because I'll be putting the dough in there. And this is, it's a previous dough that I had made before when I was making pizza. So I'm just using the remainder of that, the leftovers. I froze it, took it out last night, put it on the countertop and just covered it with a plastic bag just to keep that nice and fresh. It rose beautifully. And right now we just need to put that into our pan here. Beautiful, it's a nice piece of dough here. And there's nothing special that you do with this. Just work it around with your hands like this. Place it in the bottom, push it down and up the sides as much as possible. And I will show you that up close a little later on. But in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and cut up our vegetables here. The main ingredient is actually going to be the sauce more and the cheese more than the toppings in this case. So we'll just chop that up, very rough chop. Not too big, not too small. Beautiful. Can't wait to try this. It's going to be our lunch today, so see how that goes. And I just have one red onion here. And rough chop again. There we go. Beautiful. And we basically have everything ready to go here. Get this out of our way. And we'll be putting this together in a second. Great, so we'll go ahead and get started with assembling that pizza. What we start with, because we're using quite a bit of sauce in this deep dish pizza, we're starting with the cheese, and that's going to help us push this up. This is mozzarella. Push it up slightly here. And then it's going to help, this cheese is going to help us push that up. And what's different about this is that the cheese is on the bottom and on the top. So you see how that works, pushing that up, like that, and all the way along, keep going. And this is, we have mozzarella, and we also have, it's called a curado cheese. And we basically, what we're trying to do here is get the whole base of this covered with cheese. If you can see this here. And we just keep pushing. And turning. As we go. And it does not have to go all the way up. Pushing. And the sauce is going to go on top of our cheese. Just keep pushing that. Our oven is on 400, and it's quite a bit of sauce. It's not what you normally would put. It's a little over a cup. And you can make your own sauce for this. Or you can go ahead and buy that in the store. What I've done is I had a tomato sauce, but I also had a couple of fresh tomatoes, and I just put them on the stove to cook up a little with a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, and basil. I also added a bit of sweet vinegar. And there we go. So that's how that goes. And we're going to now just separate these a bit. They were frozen as well, my pepperoni. And then we top this with cheese. So it's grana pedano, curado, and pizza mozzarella. Not a whole lot, but enough to cover the top there. Beautiful. And we'll go with our pepperoni. As much or as little as you choose. And you'll see this is going to increase in size in the oven, of course. I'm not going to put these last two pepperonis because we definitely have enough. One whole red onion, as I said. We'll just put the whole thing because I love onion. There we go. Beautiful. And the green pepper. I may not put all of that. That was a half a green pepper, by the way. I think that's more than enough. So we'll let this go into the oven at 400 and we'll see how it turns out. So we can go ahead now. It's a half an hour cooking time. The last 10 minutes, I did turn it up to 500 degrees just to get that nice and golden on the top. There we go. Now we can't eat this right away. We have to let it rest for about 10 minutes. And then we can go ahead and see how it turned out. And it's time for the big reveal. Let's see how this came. So we're just going to open this up. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. Beautiful. There we go. That's how it looks. And we can, I'm wondering if I should just take it out of the bottom of this pan here without it falling apart. There we go. So we just took this bottom, so we're not going to be scratching the bottom of that with our knife. And we'll go ahead and cut this. Oh, I hope it doesn't fall apart. I think we're good. Wow. Beautiful. Make sure we're right to the bottom of that. Nice. And that's how it looks. We'll have to give that a try though. So I like to serve this with a sauce, not just the pizza. So I have here some mayonnaise. That's probably about a half a cup, I would say. And I have a clove of garlic. It's about a medium size clove of garlic. And I'm just going to grate that in here. If you like more garlic, you can add more. Some people actually like it hot with garlic. So I think for me, 1 clove is fine. Perfect. Got a little bit of the bang there to make sure we get it all. And some sriracha. As much or as little as you like. It's already salty, so you really don't need to add anything there. The mayonnaise definitely has enough salt. Get a nice little stir around. You can make this just a garlic sauce if you like. Add a little bit of pepper. And I think I'm going to add a little pepper here. Why not? that'll be good. You can make it up as you go along. Great, so we'll just put a little of that on there. Beautiful. All right, let's give it a try. Gorgeous. The cheese is nicely melted. The bottom is gorgeous. Wow. Wow, I'm really happy. Wow. You really should give this a try. It's not a really, really super thick crust. On the bottom, you have so much cheese, and it's melted just beautifully. The crust on the side, this would be your thickest part. So it's actually going to please the best of both, because some people like a thin crust, others like it thick. There you go. There's nothing more pleasing than a nice pizza on a Friday. Go ahead, give it a try. For a recipe that works, you'll definitely be pleased. Have a great weekend.